from Comic Store West, the best comic book shop in PA. CosmicGeppetto.com presents the Movies That Marvel Trivia Contest. This is Chris Kanakis, and you may remember me from the finale episode of Cutting Crew, where I got the country of Greece shaved into the back of my head. Please welcome the host of the Cosmic Geppetto podcast, my close personal friend, who we just met today and is paying me to be here, Brad Mendenhall!
Thank you very much, Chris. Yeah, that's true. I am paying him to be here. So he is so far the only person to make any money off this podcast. Woohoo! Yeah, I know. I think technically that might make you my boss. So, Chris, can you got the rules in front of you?
I do. Got some rules right here that everybody needs to follow so we have a fair fight. No internet. Put your phones away. No shouting out answers. The team captain must write answers on their board. Put the board face down on the table, and then raise their hands. The host is the final judge in all game matters. 20 True Believer points are awarded for correct answers. 5 additional True Believer points are awarded for being the first correct answer. And try not to swear. Cosmic Geppetto podcast is a clean show, and we want to do as little editing as possible. Unless advised otherwise, questions pertain to the Marvel Comics mainstream universe, also known as the 616, and don't worry about the alternate universe or what-if alternative timeline. And, of course, everybody have fun. We're going to have a great time, and so will our listeners. Bad Brad, back to you.
Thank you very much. Another applause for Chris. He's way too qualified to be doing this. Tell you what, Chris, you want to read the next question?
No, okay. Question 2. Peter Parker lost his powers and retired as Spider-Man in the 90s. What was the name of the man who replaced him?
Chris, are you ready? You're going to do question 4.
You have 0 points. You just got to slow down.
Question 4. The Falcon fought crime with the aid of an actual falcon. What was that bird's name?
Chris, why don't you do... We're going to have you read this one, too.
All right.
Quite frankly, I just like the sound of your voice.
Yeah. All right, question 5. The Black Panther in the 70s changed his superhero name. What did he change it to?
Also, while we're at it, my friend here to my left, I have questions for him. Chris, how you doing?
Super.
All right. You having fun?
Yeah, this is my first, you know what, this is actually my first time, I think, even being in a comic book store.
Is that right?
What?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. So this has been an experience. I'm sure. Did you drive in? Did you see Ecto 1, the Ghostbusters car out front? Is that still here?
Oh, is that what that was?
That was what it was.
I thought it was a funky-looking fire truck.
It was.
Oh.
But it's a Ghostbusters funky-looking fire truck. I was really impressed because I was looking for someone to help out. My usual assistant, also my wife, wasn't able to help out. So Chris was looking for someone. Chris was the first person to reply. You have a really impressive acting career. Tell us a little bit about some of your career.
Well, first, can I say I was the first person to apply?
Well, there was 1 or 2 others all around the same time, but you were the one that...
That's amazing because I don't even have internet. I have to, run to... But thanks. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. What
Tell us a little bit about your acting career.
I've been at it since 1980. I have a portfolio that dates back to 1987, so when I was 5. So I've been at it my whole life. I was on the cover of the Tribune Chronicle when I was 5. In high school, I was on the news show on a very large high school in Tri-County wide, and I had 2 leading roles on a show for the Discovery Channel. I was model and dancer on Fox 5 Morning Show with Holly Morris in D.C. and a whole bunch of other stuff. Just I get around town.
It's really impressive. So, what has been the highlight of your career so far, aside from announcing for this trivia comic book contest?
Which is really fun, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's why I said aside from this, because it wouldn't be fair to all the other stuff you've done to compare it to this.
I'm kind of a guy that tries to live in the moment. Anything I've done where I haven't been extra is a highlight to me. But if I had to choose something, I would say it's being the first Greek in history to officially get a real grease haircut. And if anybody's been watching the news over the last few years, you know the term grease haircut and what it means. And I was the first one to actually get a real grease haircut. So whether or not anybody wants to celebrate that, I don't know, but I'm pretty proud of it.
I think we can all give that a round of applause. Give applause for his haircut. Where can people find out more about you?
I'm all over the place, but I do have a portfolio blog that I sort of round everything up in, and that's chriskanakis.blogspot.com. And nobody's going to know how to spell my last name, so it's Kanakis.
And we're going to have that on CosmicGeppetto.com on our website. We're going to have a link there. What's next?
What's next?
Yeah, do you have something like your next gig lined up, or?
Probably finishing my antifungal tablets.
Okay.
Because ringworm is real. Give me the mic. Give me the mic, Brad. Ringworm is real, and that's the public service announcement of the day. Okay, kiddies?
Thank you so much, Chris. Everyone give Chris an applause. Oh, geez, thank you. There was one last thing that I forgot to ask Chris about, because when we were talking about him joining us for this episode, he has purchased one comic book. Tell us about the one comic book you have.
Yes, I did happen to have one comic, and I wanted to bring it since I was my first time here. I used to collect Selena memorabilia, the one Jennifer Lopez played in the movie. And this comic strip was it's a pre-death Mexican magazine, so it's in Spanish, and it's a 4-page comic about Selena. In the comic, she kind of gets her money stolen. She gets swindled. What makes it rare, not only is it because it's pre-death, but because she got her money stolen, and then in real life, the head of her fan club went on to actually steal her money and then kill her. So, but I definitely wanted to bring it in and show it to the owner and stuff, so I do have a comic.
Oh, nice.
Book, so that's about 21 years old right there.
I don't know a word of Spanish, except...
I don't even think that's in the Diamond catalog.
No, yeah.
And that magazine, and that this edition, too, right now, and I'm holding, is the first year anniversary of Furia Musicals being published, so
nice.
It dates back. So
yeah, very nice.
All right, so that's the first there's some free comics here if you want to double your collection.
Oh, really? I'll check them out. Thanks.
I don't think any of them deal with any Latin singers, but there's a lot of free comics here. Thank you very much, Chris, for bringing that in. Like I say, we're hoping to do this again. Big thanks to my new friend, Chris Kanakis. He did a great job. Yes, he also does that. We hope to have him back. And Chris, please give us updates on whenever you have another gig coming up, so we can share that on the website. Check out his website at chriskanakis.blogspot.com. For Comic Store West, Brian Walterstorff, Chris Kanakis, this is Brad Mendenhall saying, stay marvelous.